Welcome back to the game of Runebound. It is now Jonas the Kind's turn. Jonas is not going to be kind. He's going to take that purple challenge right off of Tobin the Farslayer. So here he goes. He's never tried to defeat a purple challenge, so I wish him good luck. It is a dark stranger with a health of 3. Health-wise, he's not that bad. And there are no abilities. Wow. We will get 6 gold coins. This tells me that the stats are not going to be nice. Let's check them out. 18 and 4. 11 and 2. 15 and 1. The Slave of the Shackle is going to try and roll for this, even though if he doesn't succeed, he is going to die. With an 11 plus 1 that he already gets, he's still at 12, meaning he's going to get 4 damage. Bye-bye, loyal slave. Now on to Malik. Jonas rolls a 19, which will give this enemy 2 damage, and with either a weapon or his ability, he will be giving him an extra 1 point of damage, which means this enemy is dead. Jonas can once again improve his stats. He's going to upgrade his melee skills since he usually attacks during the melee phase. On to Tobin the Farslayer. With no open markers on the board, he decides to make a run for town and see what the market has to offer. Since he just lost one of his allies. Over in Dawnsmore, here are his 2 choices. They're both allies worth 2 gold coins. So let's check them out individually first. First is the River Walker. We've already had an opportunity to take a look at this ally. His stats are not that great. Best is magic, and he can be an artifact which helps you on hide, swim, or resist tests. Let's see what the other ally is. The Shadow Shaper is another ally with only 1 health. What's up with that? This is the ability that she has, movement. This ally may take 1 fatigue to allow you to draw the top card of the market deck. If that card is an item, you may purchase it. If it is not, or if you do not purchase it, shuffle it back into the market deck. Well, that ability is actually not bad, because we get this every movement. We might be getting some good items. We still have to buy them, but he's got about 9 gold coins, minus 2 that this ally will cost us to hire her. I think it might still be a good idea. His stats, obviously not good, but I think we're still going to go ahead and hire her, just because of that ability. For our end of movement, river and forest, so no movement for the cult. On to Jonas the Kind. Jonas is also going to go to town. He's going to go to one of the last towns that is not infiltrated by the cult. He moves over to a hill, through the mountains, crosses a river, and arrives at Riverwatch. Let's see what the market has to offer for Jonas in this town. And here are his choices. Now, before we look at those choices, remember that Jonas's ally received damage during the last battle. So Jonas spends 1 gold coin to heal his ally. He still has 12 gold coins to spend in town. Well, let's look at this ally. It's another dwarf. Our Muldorf died last turn. This is Ingen the Bold, and he is worth 8 gold coins. So let's see if he's lives up to that old costly amount of money that we need to pay for him. Let's see if he is actually a good choice. He has a 4 health and 4 fatigue max. That's good. It says once per round, Engen may take 1 fatigue to cancel 1 damage inflicted on himself. Okay, so if he takes a fatigue, he can heal damage. That's good. And then, ooh, these stats look pretty yummy. 4-2, 4-1, and 1-1. So he can definitely be taking some of the ranged action and hopefully inflicting some damage on our enemies. So that's, I don't even think we need to look at the other item. I think that will be our choice. But just in case, let's take a look at that item found in the market. Because we healed our trusted ally, we cannot afford the 5 gold cost on this item if we decide to hire the dwarf. But just let's take a look and see if this is actually worth buying. This is a chainmail armor. It's worth 5. We have to activate it. Armor suit. Activate to cancel up to 2 damage being inflicted on your hero. Well, it's not a bad item. You can actually cancel 2 damage. That sounds really good. But I think we're going to go for the ally for now. So in order to purchase this ally, we need to spend 8 gold coins, leaving Jonas with 4 gold coins. On to his end of movement step. We get a mountain result, so the colt can move. Jonas decided to move it to the green marker spot, even though there are no more green challenges available, just because it's going to keep the colt away from town. On to Tobin the Farslayer. Tobin's pretty confident that if the game ends right now, he will be victorious. So he's just going to go over to this green marker just to get 1 more card in the special discard pile. This card is ignored, and there are now 14 cards in a special discard pile. That means only 4 more to go and the game's over. Because Tobin is in a green marker, we will roll 1 die for the colt to move. The result is river and road. This colt is getting pretty close to those towns. We need it to go on to those markers. For the end of movement, we get swamp and river. Decide to move it to the swamp to try and keep it away from the town as long as possible. Okay, on to Jonas. Jonas decides to go window shopping. He's gonna follow the road all the way down to the town, thinking it's not a good idea to help that colt get any more cards in the special discard pile. Instead, let's go and see what the market has to offer. Here are his choices, but with only 4 gold coins, he cannot afford neither one of them. So on to his end of movement step. He gets mountains, road, and plains. So the colt is staying right there for now. On to Tobin. Tobin continues with his plan of getting more cards in the special discard pile. He figures if the game ends, he'll probably end up winning. And in the meantime, he's helping the colt move. Tobin reveals an encounter card, which will be discarded, and 2 movement dice will be rolled. Okay, this is interesting. He gets a river and swamp. Tobin can send the colt onto the river, and because it's right next to town, the colt will move over to the town, and because Jonas is there, he gets branded. Jonas immediately loses 1 of his trophies, and he will also receive a branded token, which makes Jonas's health now a total of 4, and his fatigue a total of 3. The only way for him to get rid of this is by spending 1 XP point at the end of his turn. However, right now, he has no XP points. I don't think Tobin could have planned this any better. Now for the second die, he gets road and river. The colt turns around and moves over to the city again, the town. For the end of movement, river and road. Quite an eventful turn of events. On to Jonas, the branded kind.